Hello, fellow moms. This is Jessica Hoke here, and I am here to bring you part 5 of the Moms Matter series. It's surviving spring break with the kids. I know a lot of our children are getting out of school here in the coming weeks for spring break, and I just want to give you some activities and some ideas to do with your kids while you have that time off with them. I asked a couple moms in a moms group that I'm a part of on Facebook, and also my friends on Facebook. I asked them what they like to do with their children on spring break, or what are some fun ideas of things to do on spring break. And they had some amazing ideas. They're so simple, and a lot of them are very inexpensive. So let's get at it. The first one is dollar movie or discount movies. I know that we have a theater here in town called The Picture Show that shows movies for $1.25 a piece. And they're usually the older movies. They're not the newer ones that just got released to the theater, but at the same time, it's just something to do if there's a movie you haven't seen and you want to go take them out. It's just something to do. And then also, certain theaters like Cinemark have discount days. I believe Tuesday they give you matinee pricing all day. So if you can't make it out to the first showing of whatever movie you want to watch, at least you have a chance to go watch it for a cheaper price than having to pay that night show price, which is usually $1 or $2 higher than the matinee. The other thing, of course, is the zoo. A lot of people like to go there, or here in Colorado, we have the Butterfly Pavilion, the aquarium, and things like that. So if there is a place that you haven't taken your kids in a while, or since they were little babies, then consider going there to refresh their memories of the place that you enjoy going to. Roller skating and ice skating is another one. My daughter and son both love to roller skate. And luckily, our daughter's school gives us discounted rates for when they're on break. So when they're on break, they can go and skate for like $2 and just for the skate rental, and that's all they have to pay. Another one is Bounce House, or the trampoline parks that they have, like Sky Zone and all those fun places. You could take them there to just get some energy out. Picnics in the park is another one. If your kid is wanting to go to the park, and you might, since the weather's kind of in that stage of being nice but not nice enough to where it's early in the day and you have to go around lunchtime to get decent weather, I would suggest bringing a lunch with you and having a picnic at the park. Museums, there's a lot of museums out there. There's like history museums or children museums. Just look up and see if there's any discounted days or free days, because usually when it's nice out, they tend to offer those options to you just to get people out of the house. And if the weather's nice enough, I would suggest going on a hike. Maybe find out different areas that you haven't explored yet and take your children there on an easy to moderate hike depending on their age. I think hiking is an amazing thing. They can look at creatures and insects and things like that to keep themselves entertained, but usually hikes are pretty fun, especially if you find a good spot that's really pretty. Another parent suggested was pajama day or a movie baking day. So you pick a day of a theme. So if you wanted to bake, they could help bake something, say cookies or whatnot. I know when I make cookies, it tends to be like 3 dozen cookies, and I don't want all that in my house. So what we do is we go and hand batches to our neighbors. You can have a movie day where you just lay out pillows and everything on the floor and get popcorn, kind of create a little, maybe even let their friends come over and have a movie day at the house. And the pajama day is just where they stay in their pajamas all day and they don't have to get regular clothes on. Another thing too is spring day camps. I know our church does spring day camps, so they can go there during a few hours of the day and do some Bible study and do some crafts and do some singing and dancing. They just do something fun at their church every spring and summer, and sometimes even winter, but that's usually for the older kids. You go to church, look into your local church's events and see if they have anything going on there. Another one would be even day camps at trampoline parks. I believe they might be doing one if they get enough signups, but it's just something to do for the kids during the day. Another thing too is the library. If you're looking for something free, the library usually has free activities. Look up on a website and see what they're doing as well. You can always build blanket forts or pillow forts, just things to get the kids' imagination going. Another parent suggested one night of no bedtime, so you don't tell them when they have to go to bed. They just get to fall asleep when they fall asleep, or when they get tired, they can, just go to bed when they want to. But if you feel like it's going to sabotage their routine, then by all means don't partake in that. Let your kid pick the dinner for the week for one night. So if they want pizza or if they whatever they want, and then they can help you make it if it's something that isn't involving eating out or spending money on anything. Just let them pick something before you go grocery shopping, so you can pick up all the stuff that you need. And it just gives them a chance to have a voice in the menu for the week. Plant flowers or start a little garden. I would probably do, since my children are a little bit younger, my daughter would probably be able to do it since she's 7 years old, but my son would probably need more of a structured environment. So I'd probably do like a pot and then let them plant, their own stuff, whether it be by seeds or by one that's already rooted up and ready to go. You just plant it in an actual pot for them to grow and let them take care of it. Maybe that'll teach them some responsibility, especially if your kids have ever asked for a fish and they haven't created a routine for taking care of anything. That could be something to do just to create structure for them as well. Have a craft day. Have a day to where you just do something fun and crafty. Maybe that might be the next series I start on, a daily craft day during spring break. That might be something to do. I think I just gave myself an idea. But having a craft day is always fun. Kids love cutting and pasting and coloring and painting. So another option is a science experiment day. So if your kids are older and they can mix things together and do things, then I would suggest going on Pinterest and just creating a list of ingredients that you need, and just doing some things like having slime, making slime, or doing the Mentos soda experiment, and just having fun experimenting with things. I think kids always have a blast seeing things explode, or nothing crazy though, not chemical wise, but just seeing the reaction with the soda, or creating a volcano, or just doing something that they can get their hands on and be a little messy. Kids just love being messy anyway. That's my last suggestion. Get creative, have fun. If you run out of ideas, Google, Pinterest. You can find so much out there for ideas on what to do with your children, especially if you are on a budget and cannot afford to go to the zoo or the movies, or anything that makes it tight on your pocketbook. Find something you can do with stuff that you have in the house. I think that we could just Google is just an amazing source. That's how I find most of my ideas when I can't come up with anything to do with my kids. If you have any ideas, if there's something I might have missed, any suggestions that you have, please drop a comment below. I'd love to hear it. But I hope this helped you create some ideas on how to survive spring break. And I hope your kids have a blast trying out some of the things that I suggested. And if there's something that you've created or something that you think that would really benefit any other parent out there that needs help with ideas, comment below. We really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Bye.